Hi, I'm Sophie.
Hi, I'm Megan, and this is things that parents do that really annoy us.
That really annoy us.
Okay, so say you ask for something, then they say, oh, I'll think about it, maybe you can have it. It means no. Don't get your hopes up.
Every
Happens
time.
All the time. Okay.
The second thing is when you're like upstairs doing something and your parents call you and they're like, Sophie, tea's ready. And I'm like, okay, Mum, I'm coming now. And you run downstairs like, food, I'm hungry. You get downstairs, you sat there for 10 minutes, you're like, where's the food, Mum? And she's like, 10 more minutes. I'm like, you called me down 10 minutes ago and now it's going to be 10 more minutes. That means I'm going to be sat down 20 minutes waiting for food. We should go to Mackey's, you know?
Mackey's is good.
Fast food.
Fast. I know it's fattening, but you can just go for a jog after. Problem sorted.
Around the world, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Car journeys. Say you're in the car with your family and you get really bored, finish playing I Spy, all the I Spy you could play on PS3 or something, and you get bored. So you ask your parents, how long are we going to be, Mum? And she's like, oh, we'll only be like 10 more minutes. Wrong. You're half an hour more. And you're like, Mum, don't lie to me. Just tell me. Then I can like plan out my, my journey. Okay.
Okay. The next one is like, if it's like a Saturday or a Sunday,
Or a holiday.
and you're like, or a holiday, shut up, or a holiday, or like a bank holiday, and they come in and you're like asleep, like obviously asleep, and they come in, they wake you up, and they wake you up and they're like, Megan, get out of bed now. I think it's time you went outside and stopped tweeting.
Which I can't do because I do not have Twitter.
Yeah, but I do. She's like, you need to be more sociable. It's like, 1,900 followers on Twitter. That's not being unsociable, please. Mother? Mother? Anyway, and then I like, get out of bed. It's like, you just wake me up for no point, right? I'm on holiday. Let me sleep. Sleep is amazing. I love you.
It is, actually. Okay, I don't know if it's just my dad.
Yeah, it is.
Sophie, please. I'm not
Carry
talking
on.
to you, I'm talking to them. Okay, I don't know if it's just my dad, but like, say I'm down the road and then he calls me back, says to me when I get there, oh, how far would you have got if I hadn't called you back? Pisses me off so much. I know Grace's dad does it, and I would actually kill him if he did it again.
I didn't do that. Anyway, the next one. When you're like in the car and you're driving and there's a good song on like Capital, Key 103, Radio 1. They're like the three best stations.
Radio
And
1.
you're like,
You say Radio 1.
yeah, I said it. I'm sure. And then like, you're like driving to a song. Can't think of any good songs right now because music's rubbish. I'm joking. I really like music. And then like, jamming to a song like. Yeah, and then your mum like changes over the station to like smooth. It's like, what are you doing with your life?
No, Mum, just don't do that.
What? Why are you changing it? And then you change back over, and then you start having an argument about it, and then you have a car crash, and then you die.
And you can't listen to music.
Yeah.
That went a bit too far, actually.
Yeah. No,
Okay, right. Say you're having an argument about leaving a dish out, okay? Then they go, why did you leave the dish out? You know you've got to put the dish away, okay? Think of this. You're unneat at home, so you're unneat at school. Think of your grades. You're doing really bad in your grades. Work harder. It turns into school. We're talking about dish, and now it turns into school. I'm sorry to shout at you guys, okay? It just gets me really annoyed.
it's really emotional, child. It's okay. We'll get you help.
Good.
She fell off the bed.
I'm okay now.
Okay, the next one is when you're like, your parents are like, oh yeah, you don't do anything. You're so lazy. You just don't do any work around the house. You need to start hoovering. We have a cleaner, so she should hoover.
You have a cleaner? That's all cool.
Yeah, I know. And then they're like, and it's like, well, do you want to do the 15 pages of homework and then tell me that I'm lazy and that I don't do anything, okay? You get paid to go to work. We have to go to school, no matter what. Well,
I would
I know
love
some
school.
people, Matty Lucas, They don't, okay? And that's wrong.
That's naughty, Matt.
Yeah, so you should go to school, but you should get paid to go to school.
Yes, we should.
Because you
Right.
get paid to work, and it's wrong. Next.
Okay. Right. So, right, this happened to Sophie yesterday.
Indeed.
Yes, it did. And she'll tell you about that after I've finished.
Right.
Okay, right. So say there's a bowl out, okay? I like my bowls, okay? Ow. Okay. And say there's a bowl out, right? And then shit. And then they're blaming you. It's like I didn't do it. And then realise that it was them. And it's annoying.
Should I say my example?
Yes, you should say your example.
Right, yesterday, Mummy Chops, she called me. And, well, first she texted me and said, call me, ASAP, please.
ASAP.
And I was like, oh no, she could be
If
dead.
any of you don't know what ASAP means, it means ASAP, which is as soon as possible. Okay.
I think most people know what ASAP
Oh,
means.
they might not.
Well, I think most people do. Anyway, so Mummy Chops called me yesterday. So I called her back. And she lost a Jimmy Choo handbag, and I know how much this bag means to her, so I would never touch it. I know I wore her leather jacket on Friday, so I'm sorry, Mum. But I think she accused me of borrowing her bag, and I know how much this means to her, and I don't have 10 grand to spend on a new bag, so I'm not going to borrow it, Mum. So, if anyone, it would be David borrowing the bag. But then she found it in like 2 seconds of
Okay,
calling
right.
me, so it's all good.
Okay, go.
The next one is, like my nan does this all the time. She, like, asks me a question, like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, I'm going Knutsford Fair without her. And then they ask you the same question, like, 10 minutes later. It's like, I just told you that. And she's like, well, I didn't hear you. And I was like, well, you should be listening to me then.
Okay. Right. Oh. Right, so say you've had an argument with your mum or your dad or just someone, and then you breathe. Like, yes, the argument's finally over. And then they shout at you again for breathing. Or like, don't sigh at me, young lady. Like, breathe. Don't sigh at me, young lady. Why are you sighing? It's like, annoying. It's just annoying, okay?
Okay, another one is when you're, like, sat on the bed.
Oh, is that my nails?
And,
They
like,
match my
Yeah,
jacket.
sure.
Yeah.
And you're, like, watching not watching TV, sorry, you listen to the, like, music. And they come in, and they, like, sit down, and they turn your music off and start having a conversation with you about nothing that matters. Like, your life is not better off now that you know this. Like, really? And they turn it off, and it's like, great, KK. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, right. So say you... Right, I don't know if it's just my house, but my mum has this rule. Right, so if me and my sister are watching something and one of us don't agree with it, we have to turn over. We have to agree what we watch. But then, if my madre... That's mother in Spanish, by the way. If my mother...
Mucha.
If
Nah.
my madre would like to watch something and we don't want to watch it, we have to get out. Get out the room. It's so annoying.
It's like the rules bend for certain people. Like,
Yeah,
the rules
I
in this house
know.
bend for me.
No, it's just because you're not stayed 5 nights.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
We have this rule in my house. If you stay 5 nights, then you're like a daughter to my mum.
Congratulations to Amy. She has completed her 5 nights.
And Jade has like completed it like 10 nights ago, and she still makes me do stuff for her. Pisses me off.
Jade.
Okay, go on.
Okay, the next one is when they like have like a mother's meeting and they come back to you and they tell you about like what their friends' kids have done, and they're like, oh, Stacey's daughter Cinderella. What? Stacey's daughter, think of her name. Lucy has completed a gold Duke of Edinburgh award. It's like, yeah, I don't camp. I do not do without my phone charger. I cannot go a night without Twitter. What doesn't she understand about that? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right. Right, so my mum, we're out shopping and stuff. And she's like, oh, I'll buy you something if you want. And I pick something up. And she says, no, I'm not going to buy you that. What? What? You made a promise to me. But then, she goes and buys herself something. It annoys me.
It's her money.
Shut up, Sophie.
Okay, and...
But we have this child
Okay.
benefit thing. And,
yeah, I think everyone's aware of that.
yeah, well, we should get it because it's for us.
Well, it's for your food in your
Yes,
house.
but I'd rather have clothes, not be naked.
But then you'd be anorexic and die. Everything has to die with me.
Oh my god, Sophie,
I'm like
shut up.
Okay, the last one is when someone... Shut up. Is when someone... is when you're like... They say like, oh, Sophie, go and get this from the car. And I'm like, why? It's not my car, it's not my stuff. And she's like, because I said so. That is not a valid excuse. You cannot use that as an excuse because I said so. Not valid.
No, it's not. Okay, right. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Comment things if other things that like annoy you with your parents, okay?
Like, subscribe for more.
Yeah. Please
Yeah.
do. Okay,
Bye.
bye. Love you.